Private comrades, it was Mikhail here. And we are going to start the 5th stage of Zwillingstürme in Herbst. So, the space of Arknights, huh? Oh, let's check the stage. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Oh my goodness, look at that top lane. That's what we call an effort lane. I could put artillery here too. Wow, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch out Jayun with. There we go. So we can do lots of damage like this. Alright, let's go. A standoff. It was meant to be a sudden assault. The castles of Kreis Sword would disguise themselves as musicians and infiltrate the Witch King's Spire, while the armies from Erdenher and Sturmland would stay hidden outside, right through the enchantments. No one dared underestimate the Witch King's power, but the battle was nonetheless harder than anyone could have imagined. The army outside the spire was discovered by the Einwald Imperial Guard. The first wave of casters all died at its base, while the second wave was swallowed by the endless staircase. The only ones who made it to the throne were the twins, Clemart and her sister, Urgh. Black and red had always been the Urgh cultists, but from the entrance to its deepest innards, the spire was almost completely void of black tiles. Our Zwillingstürme's secret chamber lies on the ground, and it's very close to Sonata's spire, so we can make our way down through it. Herr Fremont has already left, and we must catch up. 9. Is something the matter? Go no further. The Witch King's Imperial Guard is here, and you will die. The Imperial Guard? What do you mean? The folks from Heldenswert never expected you people to win. They simply wanted the Sturmland armies to keep the Imperial Guard at bay while the twins climbed the spire. In their plans, all of you were meant to die. The Witch King, the twins, everyone. Tell your father and Ernst that the Hawksburg should not be buried here, not in this spire. Herr Rainer, my father is dead. Yeah, what the fuck is he talking about? I'm the reason that you are the only survivor. I'm the one who took away your freedom. Please look at me, I'm Viviana. Did you perhaps mistake me for my father? Leave now, lead Ludwig's Universität. Grimark's envoy has passed on the Kaiserin's order. As an Empress's voice, you have more than enough grounds to terminate your mission. And to prevent the voices from going out of sync, Urgh won't punish you for it either. Do you hear the commotion around us? It sounds familiar. This is practically a battlefield. My duties prevent me from escorting you out, but I can at least use my melody to forge a path through the chaos for you. 9. I will never forget how quiet and peaceful it was when we entered the campus. The young students' faces still had hope for what was to come. I can't let them become sacrifices to this conflict. While I'm nowhere near as strong as you or Herr Fremont, I'd like to help as many of those weaker than me as I can. Herr Kumstorn's secrets lies ahead. Urgh said that when Das Kaiser Innensfest comes to an end, you will have another chance to choose. But once you've gazed upon the country's darkest, most hidden secret, all your other choices will immediately evaporate. I expected as much. But while I long for freedom, I can't very well turn my back on people suffering right in front of me. Ironic, isn't it? You're just like your father. Yeah, I know. I've always known the kind of man he was. What's going on? Why are there so many people on the ground? It's just inside. It's not just Sonata's Spire either. The Scottish Spire next door too. There are students everywhere. Stop them all. Don't let them block the stairs or we can't chase. Who did that? No idea. There's too much going on. I can't make anything out. Witch King's remnants. Listen. Listen to the extreme chaos as well as the only melody that can be found within it. That is Herkomsthorn's sigh. The final sound our kin left upon this land. Oh, there she is. The supreme spire, whose dark shadow on the ground causes all to shudder. Those who do not wish to be engulfed in darkness pedal their arms and climb the staircases leading up. The pitch black well hangs over the throne in silence, awaiting inquiries from other souls. Those who hide behind the curtains regret the demise of love. Those who lead the charge in other stead ponder the meaning of heroism. Those who wade through the sea of their fallen comrades' blood lament the price of their sacrifice. All of them now gather at the far ends of this spiral staircase to witness the birth of this melody. Its name? Der Tod des Hexenkönigs. Oh shit. It's the Witch King's army. They're charging towards me. Casters pouring in through catastrophes. Originium piercing entire cities. Help, I don't want to die, but I might as well. Please burn me to ashes. I don't want to be crumbled into a living ball of flesh. Ugh. How could you set yourself ablaze, you idiot? Nine, everyone here has gone mad. This sound, the pipe organ, are the Witch King's remnants performing? All of us are under the influence of their illusions. Who's there on the podium? All this blood, all these corpses. But who is it lying in the blood? Klimacht, Evignade. Haha, it's you, the wicked twins. The rumors were true, weren't they? Your souls were cooked up by Saka's arts and your blood molded from the ambitions of traitors. You killed Lefania's true king and took over her throne. You two were born to destroy this country. You are wrong. Klimacht may be cruel, but she's not evil. And who are you, another empress's voice, a puppet carrying out the twins' will? Nine, she wouldn't let me become one. But I'm alive because of Klimacht. I want to help her, I want to... Anyone who accepts a monster's reward becomes a monster themselves. Look at all this. Look at how far Lefania has fallen because of you people. This spire, this school. Did you keep Ludwig's Universität around only to impersonate us true Lefanians? To pretend you still had the decency to respect tradition? I've had enough. I'm sick of the Empress's voice showing up at our lectures. I'm sick of the salons incapable of anything other than empty praise. Our history, our knowledge, and our arts are all long dead, murdered. So we may as well die together. I'll kill all of you. Ugh. What are those arts? Why can't I block them? No, is that a fist? Michael's eyes suddenly widen. More and more people rush towards Soren's Spire by the minute, joining the fray as the music continues. Many of them set down their wands, choosing instead of to use their fists, legs, and teeth. Is this still the Lefania he knows? All the rhetorical tricks and combat techniques he learned, even Originium arts, have lost their effectiveness. Aside from cowering under his shield, there is nothing he can do right now. He is no different from the young boy he was when he had just left his hometown and arrived in Zwillingstürme. Please, I beg you, Evignade, I'll do anything. Please spare me. No, don't hurt me. Klimacht. Please stand. Who? Raise your shield and face it to your left. Okay. Help me hold this person up. Gendarme, who is he? I do not know his name, but he is also one of Loris Borden's subordinates. He was attempting to blow my head up with arts. And you still saved him? Ugh! The third sculptor shattered. He was merely carrying out his duties. I see no reason to harm him. These men may be under the influence of arts, losing their reason to their most intense emotions buried deep within their hearts. Fighting them would be inefficient. I suggest instead quickly rendering them unconscious as I have been doing. So this entire time you've been knocking people out while making your way through the crowd? I have also attempted to place them in a corner to ensure that they won't be stepped on or struck in a melee. Danke then, for not clubbing me the moment you saw me then. I do not require thanks. Misha Wolf, you may be young, but mentally you are much stronger than most adults. I believe that as long as someone is available to provide you a hint, you will never lose yourself to these illusions. That is not necessarily the case for everyone else. Although I have yet to receive confirmation, if it was Arturia's music that caused this chaos, then the abnormal behavior will continue until we end her performance. I'll leave this place to you, Misha Wolf. Call me Michael. I must continue ascending, Michael. Hey, once again, Federico to the rescue! This sound is very familiar. The staircase outside must be as chaotic as it was 23 years ago. Panic, anxiety, fear, rage, all these emotions caused by that non-existent spire. The Genesis spire standing at the heart of Lefania. When its sound can once again be heard far and wide, what sort of music will it finally have in store for us? I still have no fucking idea how we're going to recruit her when she's doing all this shit. What? What the hell is happening here? Haku's horn, our one and only king. Your magnificent props up the spire, and your radiance shrouds the land. Your soul shines eternal, and your arts will never fade. All of Lefania's wisdom and elegance gather before you. Your luminance and greatness are the pillars of her success. Lift your heads, all ye who prostrate on the land before him. Gaze upon our king's accomplishments, his glory. At last, the day has finally arrived. For 2 decades I've dreamt of walking up those long stairs and standing before this very throne. Fortunately, fate provided me the enhancement you left on the Guldnesgesetz. Today, very soon, your final melody will be performed. Here comes Sworn, Lefania's most supreme ruler. Allow me to once again seek an audience. Allow me to seek your forgiveness. Good boy, Franz. I apologize, I had no choice but to knock you out. Does your head still hurt? I would have thought you'd have plenty of questions for me. Ha! Yeah, that's the look. You're in pain but unwilling to give in. Even lying in sludge, you'd still look upon your betters with scorn. My betters, all I see is a flock of madmen putting on a show. Your ramblings are even less worth listening to than the noise in my head. You believe I was insane and that we've mistaken you for the Witch King. And so we repent and kneel before you. What a shame. Even I hoped that you could truly become him. If only our original experiment had succeeded. If only we'd found a way to perform the voice of Mundane right from the start. Then neither you nor the other children would have suffered so. It was you? And to think I was going to protect you. You coughing up blood. Psst. I almost wish my blood really were imbued with evil power, then I could have at least burned away that deceitful mask you're wearing. But I haven't told you a single lie. When we first met, you'd yet to learn to walk. All you could do was sit on your mother's lap. Was he also a remnant of the Witch King? Is that what you wanted to ask? Are you worried that your birth itself was some sort of evil ritual? Nine, quite the opposite. But you wish it were, don't you? You want your entire life to have been a conspiracy through and through. That way you'd feel comfortable despising it. But that doesn't make sense, my dear Franz. Your mother was a respectable woman. She was a descendant of the Urgh part of the Witch King's bloodline. So to others she was almost, by definition, one of his remnants. Before she died, she entrusted you to a friend, an old servant of the Witch King. And to protect you, he too was killed by the Empress's voice. Would you scorn them as well? Even though they truly loved you? So after taking away my love, now you tell me I don't deserve to hate either? You want me to be nothing more than an empty husk? All the better to squeeze that old fart into me? Ha, just try. The Witch King's whispers, his robes, his crown, what else is there? Don't worry, my child. When Hercom's Horn power arrives, he will end your cruel fate and heal you of your scars and pain. I thought I told you to let him go. So you chased us after all. It must have been hard to make it past all the enchantments outside, no? This is my responsibility, I don't give up. I'm surprised you were able to cleave through my defensive enchantments. I sharpen my sword with my arts every day, and make sure that it's as solid as my will. Your sword, it has a special enchantment that specifically targets traditional Lefanian arts. Did the professor teach you that? Has he always been prepared to make an enemy of Lefania? The old man's never been one to pick his enemies, and neither do I. Our enemies crawl out of the shadows on their own. Just like you, Gerhard. I never expected to point my sword at someone who was once my ally. We don't have to be enemies, Lessing. The mayors have served their Urgh for generations. As long as you are willing to stand on our side and help France, there will always be a place for you by the throne. The throne? All I see is a musty old chair. My grandfather, my parents, all of them have been held hostage by that chair for far too long. Why should I repeat the same mistake and bind myself to it again? Well said. Those unwilling to be bound by the past will always try to seek out a different fate. Like you, and like me. The concertmaster has started the performance. It's almost time. No one can stop the advent of Hercom's Horn anymore. Okay, that's fucking badass. Oh. Alright. That's a picture. Let's go. Look at that, that's sick, dude. Come on. Oh, the yes. And he's only 17 too. That's pretty fucking sick. But Hercom's Horn isn't the one sitting on that throne. His name's Ebenholz. And it's my duty to bring him back with me. As long as I live, nothing will stop me from reaching that battered chair. It doesn't matter how many men you have. Come at me. Oh, I thought we would start the battle stage. Gesas Watcher. The melody has begun. Not even you could stop its flow. Perhaps not. Your sword is reverberating? It's useless, Gesas Watcher. You may be able to chain down a single man's mind, but 100, 1,000, your melody will be drowned in chaos. Much like how the Gesas Watcher were unable to stop the melee at the foot of the Witch King's Spire 23 years ago. If so, I will kill chaos itself. His long sword pierces not his enemy's chest, but instead the ground beneath them. A golden radiance surges from the blade, drowning out even the Gesas Watcher's armor that dashes toward the sky to form a weapon the color of the setting sun, enveloping Sonata's spire within it. All sounds within reach of his arts are drowned out, leaving nothing but the solemn melody reverberating in the air. A golden curtain? Those arts should take at least 10 Gesas Watcher to cast. How did you manage it all on your own? Ugh. That's what I'm saying, dude. This Brand is a fucking gangster, dude. I like him. I like him a lot. The harmony of the goodness Gesas is inviolable. Today, no one outside Ludwig's University will hear a single discordant note. I swear by my flesh, blood and soul. Not a single remnant of the Witch King will leave this spire alive. You and your arts must be extinguished here. The melody's changed again. Gerhard. Took you long enough, Professor. I'm sure killing us Lefanian casters would be a simple matter for you. But as always, you're unwilling to dirty your own hands. How many times do I have to tell you? Us liches are just the keepers of the Palace of Knowledge. We bring our wisdom to the different races to advance the development of arts, but we never interfere with the country's own affairs. That was the court of the Lich King's contract with your ancestors, and it is the Lich's creed. I understand all too well. A group of Sarkas living in Lefania's most ancient spire, the seat of her power. No Lefanian would willingly accept that truth. I'm quite jealous of you, you know. Even against Herkumshorn, all you did was provide the enchantment that molded those twins. You didn't need to bear the responsibility of changing history, nor did you stain your hands with the blood of your closest friend. I don't get what you're thinking at all. Years ago, you're the one Oh, I get it. Years ago, you're the one who tried to convince me to stop Herkumshorn, but now you're mingling with these third-rate wannabes. Yeah, because I changed, and you're the one who changed me. You had me research the goodness gazettes and think on Lefania's history. And I did exactly as you asked. But the deeper I got into my research, the more I despaired. Herkumshorn's accomplishments were simply too dazzling. He resolved the Syracusan problem and saved Lefania when it was on the verge of breaking apart. He caused Corsica the first, and prevented us from becoming a Gaulish vassal state. Only through his presence have we thwarted every existential threat to the country again and again. We had such a great man on the throne and we killed him. When did I ever tell you to read up on how great Herkumshorn was? Besides, what does his greatness have to do with him killing so many Sarkas and Lefanians alike, turning the country into a smoking hot mess and plunging his ears to anyone else's opinions? I had you study the goodness gazettes because I wanted you to have a more open-minded outlook, not to pore over every trivial growing pain every nation goes through. Hardships happen, then everyone goes back to their lives. But somehow you ended caught up in this nonsense. How can you even consider this when so many have died? Because I can't see them, Professor. I'm not like you, a sarcasm with control over even death itself. When we die, that's it. We become a speck of dust on this land forever. The dead can never feel my hatred. All those years ago, I was the one who persuaded them to fight. I sent them to their deaths in the Witch King's Spire. If that battle had never happened, he wouldn't have died, and neither would they. You idiot. And that's why you want to resurrect him? You can't possibly think that when you do see him, he's going to praise you for this, or even comfort you. He wasn't some kind young grandfather who sang nursery rhymes to dumb kids. He wouldn't even spare you a glance. He'd treat you as a speck of dust dirtying his floor. Haha, you still don't understand a thing. A selfish and cowardly man like me, everything I do to seek my own forgiveness. That thing you're holding, the missing goodness gazettes? More precisely, it's the lingering trace of Herkumshorn's power he left in the goodness gazettes. You want to use his arts by force? Don't be stupid, Gerhard, you can't do it. I've come too far not to. I don't want to regret this a second time. What the fuck are you doing, you stupid... Oh my god, stupid idiot. The flame rises so black and so red that it seems drenched in blood. The walls of the chamber tremble violently. Originium crystals sprout and grow from every crevice between the brick and tile, even piercing the ground's foundation. Ugh. Ebenhaus. Urgh is going to destroy this whole school. Which king? The voice of Mundane, it's boiling in my head. It'll be free soon. That's not the voice of Mundane reacting. It's not? I don't know who first got it wrong, or maybe Gerhard has given up on summoning him through you entirely. But Herkumshorn's power isn't originating from your mind. You aren't the key melody here. Arturia? You're a little later than expected. Is it because you were helping the Gendarmerie? You've grown soft. What happened to that executor who will stop at nothing to fulfill his mission? The fourth sculpture. You aren't playing. You must be shocked, aren't you? Like I've told you, you don't need to rush to find me. Until my real audience arrives, I'm just a listener myself. You aren't the source of the illusion the men below are experiencing. I'm a little hurt. We've been competing against each other for how long now? But you still confuse the truth my music draws out with the illusions a con man would use? Besides, haven't you noticed? The people trapped in this spire have always hated each other. They never stopped fighting. Isn't laying the blame for this chaos entirely on mind-affecting arts also a form of running away? Definian's affairs are not within the purview of the notarial hall. My primary targets are limited to you and your accomplices. Who is manipulating the scorpions to protect you? An avid listener of mine? You arrived a bit too late, just a little earlier, and you could also have had a front row seat to der Tod des Hexenkönigs. The fifth. Arturia, I'm well acquainted with every crime you have committed. Your arts have affected a variety of regions and social classes, but you have never actively participated in political conflict. Do you remember my mother's funeral? How I freed the emotions everyone had kept hidden in their hearts. It was the first time I realized how easily others fell into my melodies. But that brought me no joy. Quite the opposite, I was disappointed. Powerful emotions should give rise to more than just chaos. Emotions are meant to bolster our souls, to allow us to overcome any obstacle, even our predestined extinction. Which is why I came here in my search. The sixth. If you're looking to perform for the Witch King, then you will never succeed. He perished long ago. Your melody has no effect on the dead. It would seem you're a little mistaken about this performance. The shadow over the foam was dispersed, and the twin heroes walked out of the spire to the adoration of the masses, while those who stayed put are still waist deep in emotions they felt when they witnessed the mountain crumble before them. Der Tod des Hexenkönigs isn't about the Witch King. He was never the main character of this piece. Oh fuck. The plot thickens. Oh shit, look at that. What happened? Where are we? Oh, my head hurts. Why am I bleeding? The stairs are shaking. Is the spire coming down? What's with the black fire burning from the ground? Help, help! These are Herkonforn's enchantments. You've all come to your senses. We need to get out of the spire now. You awake too? Candlelight. Candlelight? Hey, there she is. Yeah, this way. But the flames, the whole Sonata spire is enveloped by those black flames. I'll open a path. With your candle's flame, pay attention to the shadow it casts on the wall. Hey, Viviana to the rescue. The shadows tear the black flames apart? Yeah, this is the true form of my art. You must be disappointed. They're not nearly as beautiful as you thought, right? No, meine Dame. This is stunning. You don't often see arts that can rival Herkonforn's undying black flames. I can't defeat them, but as long as something truly exists, it casts a shadow. The most I can manage is make use of this principle to ever so briefly create a chance to survive. Is something the matter? I was just thinking that. I was your enemy until a moment ago, yet you aren't blaming me. Why should I? You said you're not an Empress's voice, and I have yet to formally enter the Kaiserin Spire myself. Here you can just be you, and I can just be Viviana. We aren't carrying out the Kaiserin's orders. We're simply helping out the poor souls struggling in this music. So please take the students and make your way out as fast as you can while they recover their mobility. I can still hold on a little longer. I can see Golden Dawn outside. The Gesas Watcher's curtain has already enveloped this place. He could destroy the spire at any moment. I trust that Herr Rainer will make the appropriate decision. What about you then? My candle flame will extinguish sooner or later. Hopefully it chooses the most meaningful moment to. Frau Hochberg, Viviana. Go, Michael. Please take care of yourself and those young students. Each of you has a future that someone like me could never dream of. This is the place. Surround the spire. Cast us from the Kaiserin Spires. That's right, Brand. Haven't I already said that? These are the Kaiserin's orders. We are to assist you in resolving the problem here. Good, use your arts. Join me as an accompaniment. I will tighten the curtain. No, Herr Rainer. Step aside, envoy of Greenmarkt. Will you continue to stand in our way? Your earlier behavior alone is reason enough to suspect you of colluding with the Witch King's remnants. There are still innocents inside. I see the students have all been evacuated and Herr Fremont wouldn't die so easily. But the Sancta and Viviana? Viviana is still inside? She's trapped by the black flames and stayed behind to save me and the students. Brent! This is our best chance to eliminate the threat. Once the ensemble is complete, your slave will completely annihilate the spire. Viviana will perish too. It was her decision to enter the battlefield. Werner gave his life for Lefania. We can't let his one and only daughter follow in his footsteps. You promised Werner that you'd save her. We both did. Have you forgotten your oath? Have you forgotten your oath, Rainer? The blade and arms of a Gesartswatcher belong only to the goodness Gesarts and to Lefania. It doesn't matter how Herkumsvorn treat his subjects. He is Lefania's rightful ruler as recognized by the goodness Gesarts. If you choose to fight alongside House Hochberg, you will be abandoning your duties as a Gesartswatcher. One more step and you will be making an enemy out of all of us. Brent, why didn't you come save us? We grew up together, we were like brothers. I know you love the Witch King too, you despise his tyranny over Sturmland's citizens, and you hate how he turned our homeland into a battlefield and a testing ground. The Battle of the Four Emperors was years ago, and the skies above Sturmland are still filled with catastrophe clouds formed by originium shards. Many of our children are doomed to be born with those accursed stones. Why can't we resist? Why can't we make him pay the price? Is it because the goodness Gesarts dictates that he is the ruler and that we are his attendants? 9. It isn't right for us to be born that way. If your power is merely dependent on some inviolable will, does that make you, well, the Gesartswatcher's will fundamentally a lie? It's that lie that's forcing you... What the fuck is that sentence? It's that lie that's forcing you to run away from your decision, Jesus Christ. As well as from your remorse toward the dead Hochbergs. Brent Reiner, make your decision now. Viviana. His body wobbles once, almost unnoticeably. Then small cracks start appearing in the golden curtain. Brent, you absolute fucking giga, yeah, let's go. Resonance. At last, I got you. The 7th. All the sculptures have been destroyed. You no longer have a means to resist. Just a moment longer, my dear Federico. Do you hear that? Brent Reiner, his soul is finally opening up to my melody. His strong will has finally broken free of his restraints, and the surge of emotions will lead him to make the decision he will regret the least. This is what I've been waiting for, the truest climax of this piece. Oh fuck, what the fuck? Oh my god! A melody so impassioned that it approaches piercing, rings out from the strings of Arturia's cello. As though motivated by the music, black originium flames rise from the deepest depths of the earth and tear asunder the surface mere inches away. The Witch King's musicians standing guard at the foot of the spire all walk single file into the black flames, chanting even as they are incinerated into ash. The very spire that holds up the sky, the inevitable, indisposable, and the eternal pillar. Now rise! Something bores out of the earth's flesh. It is a high spire. It bears a red tint to its blackness, a spiral shape, and a strange sharpness. The long-lost Witch King spire stands atop the lands once more. Holy shit, dude! Yeah, this is not good. Sonata Autumn. Holy shit. Another Lappy W.
If you need me to, I'll wreck this place without hesitation. you the stress concentration point. Measure.
じゃあこの宴会の歌に耳を傾けて。
即興をお楽しみあれ。命を奪うようなことはいたしません。リクエストは苦しみにいつかきっと終わるわ。
Here, I have some death.
地獄の豪華、いつでも行けるぜ。
怖がらないで同胞たち、すぐに着くから。
開演は間近だ。どうやら我らの慣習はもう待ちきれないようだ。クラリネットのごときを追いつ。
私の出番をカラージュ。
Oh my goodness.
Request stress concentration point. Measure.
サリナさん、これは最後の忠告です。
I'll give you the best plan possible.
クラリネットのごときを追いつ。
どうか私を信じて。
Alright, 5 more. Let's go. Oh yeah, they're getting powerful
ト
from
ライ
this.
トーンのごとき驚愕。
お前苦しみにいつかきっと終わるわ。私はダブルンだ。
4分の3拍子のごとき経過。
5 minutes.
私が蒼白な
Oh shit. Good fun, bro. Easy clap, let's go. Oh my god, more! Let's go. Okay, hold on. Well, what the hell is that? The Witch King's Spire? Is that the Witch King's Spire? The Witch King is back! That terrifying tyrant, that evil caster, he's back! Stop, don't turn back, don't push! Ah, where would we even run? This is the punishment that the great Herbst is laying down on us. Burn, burn! What are you doing? You're attracting the flames! It's all over anyway. Why even bother lying to ourselves anymore, pretending to have dignity? Put out the fire! Put it out! Information! No, it's coming this way. The entire school is... There's no stopping it. The black flames engulf everything in their wake. Laughter, sobbing, nothing is spared. As the sound of thunder rips through the air, the thick layer of clouds above descend lower and lower, almost becoming one with the strange spire before them. Some of the older students remember the history books that they happen to have read. Deep inside the spire, the ones that went unburned. It said that during the battle of the four emperors, Herbst brought an Urgh star that ripped apart the skies above the battlefield, swallowing an entire goddess landship fleet at once. And now, at that very same location, there remains a terrifying rift deep in the catastrophe clouds, screams of the sleepless dead reverberating within. Like a Sasquatch, the curtains isn't going to hold. The students are all trying to escape. We can't let them. Everyone has seen the spire. Sooner or later the news will spread, should we? 9. Lower the curtain. Concentrate all your energy on dealing with the black flames. It's not working. This assault was more than enough to decimate a vanguard of Casimir's campaign knights. Hakunswan's enchantments are not so easily removed. As the legend goes, the way he used ours was fundamentally different from other casters. During the Battle of the Witch King Spire years ago, only the Kaiserinnen were able to perform their melodies unimpeded. All other casters' arts failed. That spire. We must lay siege to it and take care of the problem at its source. Brent, do you hear that? The lightning has stopped. She's here. We're saved. Everyone defend. The clouds begin to crack. There is no sound, no shaking, and no omen of any kind. A bolt of purple-black lightning simply crashes down from high above. Likewise, it's not accompanied by any kind of flashy explosion or shocking roar. It merely pierces the spire's body and crosses the seemingly impenetrable tower layer after layer from top to bottom. By the time the first piece of falling rubble reaches the ground, the reborn Witch King Spire has already ceased to be, as though it has never existed in the first place. Finally, the earth starts trembling as though reacting to the spire's fall. Behind the wall of arts, conjured by the Imperial casters, the crowd stands in terror with their eyes wide open. At the highest point of the ruins, they see a figure holding a sword, emitting purple-black sparks of lightning. Hakunswan's shadow will no longer be permitted to shroud the Fanyan soil. Especially not that of a fake. Nice, that was sick. Okay, she's cool. We are certainly dealing with a fake, but it's really quite remarkable how easily his expectations were shattered. A shame she's just like her blonde twin. Their souls were molded by arts enchantments, and I'm afraid there are a few ripples that I can perform with. It's over. What your plans were for the Gazaz Watcher is now irrelevant. You have failed. Is that so? Federico, you are as impatient as ever. The climax of a piece is never its end. Arturia spreads her arms and falls backward into the air behind the railing. Then the remains of a sculptor lift her up and she quickly rises even higher. I'll be waiting for you at the end of the stairs. What just happened? The chamber rose and then I grabbed you and jumped. That's right, you jumped without hesitation, without even checking on your poor old grandfather. There's no way anything would happen to you. You heartless little runt. Grimmark really didn't hold back with her sword. If I hadn't pulled you two out in time, you would have been buried in that dirt alongside all those masked men. What about Gerhard? Is he dead? He ran. But he won't get far. His body can't withstand Hakunswan's arts. He will collapse in no time like an infected with rapidly deteriorating symptoms. Yeah, I thought this dude would be the villain. Oh shit, dude. Alright. So my body really cannot become the Genesis Horn's vessel. This sound. Hello, Hescotter. You were waiting for me? Correct. I visited this school just for you. If you don't mind me asking, would you be willing to allow my melody to accompany you as you reach the end of your life? Danke. To Elefantian, there is nothing more romantic than dying to the sound of beautiful music. My only regret is that Grimmark came too soon and I didn't get to meet Hakunswan. He didn't awaken and there was no one to answer my question. If he truly was so great, then why was he killed by mere men like us? And why must I carry the burden of that decision? In the end, you remain tormented by regret. But Hescoller, you have never truly been free. Why must you feel regret over past decisions? I'm not free. Your tattered, weary heart is now laid bare before me. I can feel everything you feel. On the night of the Battle of the Spire, your heart was filled with spite toward the tyrant. But aside from that, there was also doubt. Of course, The man I was about to kill Herkunson was the rightful ruler of Lefania. Then what planted the seeds of that emotion? You mean, what influenced me to think that? Are you implying that someone was telling me to look up to Lefania's king? I visited many places and collected a variety of music. I found that although each of them has a unique style, they all share some commonalities in their origin, and Lefania's in particular is the most classical of them all. This country was born from a movement, melody blending together 10 tribes with different cultures. When language proves to be a barrier, music is the only means to communicate. But why is that? Why would different wills produce similar experiences from the same melody? Is there some kind of power binding both you and us? Right. Why do conflict and crisis always repeat in an endless spiral? Why is it so hard to change Lefania? I know, your music is telling me that I've always known. It's just that power, it keeps me from fighting it. The answer is in my hands. My teacher never lied to me. The cold melody, Lefania's will, all of us Lefanians are trapped. So it's true, I've never really had a choice. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. Thank goodness. Scholar realizes that he is once again standing at the highest point of Ludwig's Universitat. This is the first time in 23 years that he's honestly gazed at the sunset outside. The clouds are fluffy, and although they are completely soaked in blood, they yet remain their original shapes. This is Lefania's evening glow. Gerhard Hoffman notices that his body and the goodness Gesaz have fallen together on the spiral staircase while his consciousness drips out of the window with the melody and dissolves into the clouds. He has never felt so free. Stay quiet for a moment. I want to let his emotions linger in my fingertips for a little longer. I've heard that you can call yourself an executioner. I heard that you call yourself an executioner. I mean, he is an executor of the Notorial Hall. I mean, that is his title. You witness so many deaths, but have you ever truly touched the last bout of emotion that bursts forth at their final moments? An executor is more concerned with the deceased's last testament. You make the living believe that their wills will be carried out even after death, while I allowed their most splendid emotion to live on in music. Both of us substantiate the meaning of having lived. We just go about it in different ways. I'm here to execute my mission and nothing more. I have no need to listen to a sinner's sophistry. I have no idea what that means. We're family and haven't seen each other for so long. Can't you at least hold a proper conversation, Federico? Who's to say I won't die tomorrow? You intentionally put yourself in danger. It wouldn't be entirely surprising if you did. I wouldn't find it surprising either. We're all bound to die. When we do, our bodies give nutrients back to the land and become a part of new life. This is the meaning of our flesh. It's the circle of life. But what about the meaning of our wills? When our consciousness fade, they will return to chaos. So what separates the living from the dead, one person from another, and us from the sunset and the breeze? It's our emotions, Federico. If there is a meaning to our lives outside of our bodies, if there truly is something that can resist the distant chaos, then it is only this very moment, all that I feel, and the melody transmuted from those feelings. That's why, as long as I still breathe, I can't stop playing. I am required to apprehend wanted criminals, but if necessary, I can also pull the trigger. Oh, I don't doubt that. It'll happen one day, and there's no doubt that it will be Federico Giallo who kills Arturia Giallo. But do you think that daylight can kill the dark night, order can kill chaos, and reason can kill emotion? Layering metaphors cannot cover up the essential truth. You are a criminal and I am an executor. I pursue you in order to fulfill the contract that is my duty. You believe uncertainty to be a kind of emotion. That is why you're always seeking answers through rational analysis. But it's not your rationality that's led you to me and again, it's your confusion. You saw and heard it yourself. Today countless lives were lost in chaos. If only you'd followed my advice and given up on me instead lending your aid to that envoy of the Empress. With your skills and how sharp you are, you could have easily found the one hiding in the shadows manipulating the chaos. But again, you chose to prioritize looking for me. You are where my duty lies. I will not regret my decision. I know you won't. But look, now you've caught me. So, satisfy my curiosity, Federico. Do you feel no satisfaction right this very moment? Caesar. So you people came too. We cover the goodness Casals as well. Arturia is my target. Have Federico Giallo executor of the latter incurious 5th Tribunal. It's extremely likely that the sanctum before you has committed what amounts to the highest offense in Lefania. She must come with us for our investigation. I thought that Gendarmerie was in charge of the upcoming inquest. Is the Kaiserina also to take Arturia? Does that mean that you cannot guarantee Arturia will be dealt with according to the law? As I said, these are the Kaiserina's orders. I have sent a total of 27 explanatory letters in addition to repeating my mission objective to the now deceased officer in charge, Loris Borden. In that case, Frau Jonas, would it be possible for her executor to participate in Arturia's interrogation? That is not part of my orders. To Lefania, Arturia is the most dangerous criminal. No one is allowed to be anywhere near her without Her Majesty's explicit permission. Then that includes you. What? Let's go. Will we meet again, Federico, before my consciousness fades away? Jonas, they call her the cruelest executor in Grimmark's Spire. How did she get here so fast? Did Grimmark... I'll talk to her. Her executor, don't you want to chase after them? If Lefania can ensure that Arturia will never commit a crime again, my highest priority mission objectives will be considered complete. However, as he said, I feel no satisfaction in this. It has become much quieter outside the spire, yet the black flames continue to burn. Viviana has forgotten which floor of the spire she is on. The spiral stairs all look the same. It candlelight flickers a few times before finally going out. Frau Drost? Pim? Why are you still here? Haha, I'm in a pretty bad shape. At least this way I won't be a bother to the kids. You were burnt by the black flame. Half of your body is... It's fine. I'm glad I got to see you again. By seeing you I can at least confirm that I haven't turned into some kind of monster that walks even in death. The disaster's been averted, right? The Empress's voice, the Gesas Watcher, they're all here, right? Are the Witch King's remains all dead and the students safe? I suppose so. It's strange. I saw the captain just now. Herr Loris Borden? He said I did pretty well and... Oh, fuck me! Yeah, my game crashed. Fuck me, dude. Okay, I'll get back to where we were. Sorry about that. Fucking hell, that was really annoying. Alright, give me a second here. Alright, let's go. But that's only for those who's fallen. It's hopeless for me, right? I don't want to lie to you. Meine Dame, when I see you looking at me like that, it doesn't hurt so much anymore. Your candlelight is so warm. When I first got to Zwillingstürme, I nearly gave up. I couldn't keep up with how exhausting the training was day after day. Only when I saw that tiny light you held in the arena lighting up every one of my... He did not deserve to fall into eternal slumber on those spiral stairs. If he could have just a little... If he could have just a little more light, a little more warmth. Viviana knows that she is not a lighthouse, but she is capable of that much. Auf Wiedersehen, Pym. May this candlelight accompany you as you drift into eternal slumber. Grimmark's envoy says he's just up ahead. Step aside, Cora. Let me take care of the rubble here first. Let me do it. You've already... Wait. Those footsteps. Viviana. Frau Lømmestein, Herr Reiner. Good. Meine Herr? Let him get some rest. Raising the curtain by force took its toll on his body. But he's still standing. He'd never let himself collapse in front of so many. Barnes really worn himself out all those years. Before the battle, he saw me as my father. That's always weighed heavily on his mind. 23 years ago, House Hogberg suffered great losses at the Witch King's Spire, and because of his position as a Gesass Watcher, Brand wasn't able to come to their aid in time. Because of that, Ernst, his closest friend and the heir to the Hogbergs, perished in battle. That's also why your father Werner had to succeed him as Kurfürst. Oh my god, fucking... Shut up! Anyway, the remorse he felt towards Ernst and Werner has always been eating away at his soul all this time. And today, when forced to choose between destroying Stunner's Spire and saving you, he chose you. I never imagined. I knew he'd make that choice. I'd have done the same. I was so scared back there. I'm prepared to make any sacrifices necessary, but you, not you. I'm glad we didn't lose you. I'm one of the lucky ones. On my way here I came across many who'd passed away. I did my best. I wasn't able to rescue everyone. The casters will figure out how to eliminate the black flames. The victims will be taken care of. Things will get better. You won't have suffered for nothing. The space will be completely different tomorrow. I'll make sure you get to see that for yourself, Viviana. I promise. What a beautiful sunrise. Barrier? We know a thing or two about your arts, meine Dame. Now neither you nor your cello are capable of making a sound. You made up your mind. The voice of Mundane. I've been dying to have someone take it away. If you have no plans to use it as a bomb, then be my guest. So you finally believe me? I admit I owe you an apology and a word of thanks. If it wasn't for you, then I might have not been Ebenholz right now, but some other thing. But please spare me all this nonsense about trust or what have you. I'd rather not see you pounce on me and knock me out with your sword the moment I spit out the words I trust you. I wasn't planning to, for now. Well, that's nice. Someone's playing the cello. They are mourning the victims with music. It was just like this when I first met Gerhard. He told me that through music the wills of the dead are carried on through us. He was so quiet and gentle, I really thought he was... I'm an idiot, aren't I? I couldn't even see through their masks. I couldn't even see who was controlling my life. How I wish I could be more like. No matter how many obstacles he encountered, he never lost hope. He even smiled as he... This piece. What's wrong? Who's playing the cello up there? The dormitory isn't far, maybe a student? That's impossible. Calm down, we can't expose ourselves yet. It's exactly the same, how could it be exactly the same? Sky is blue and fine. The priest lilts by in song. The river murmurs clear. My heart is filled with... Oh no. Hope. Oh no. Where did you learn to play like that? Huh? I'm nothing special, really. Not your technique, you fool. Your emotions. Where did you learn to play this cello piece almost exactly like he did? No one else played like him. I checked over and over after he died. I've been to so many places and listened to even more musicians play that same piece. Who was your teacher? Arturia. My teacher's name is Arturia. Is she a sancta with very long hair who dresses plainly? Do you know her too? I saw her just today. She told me to keep practicing here without worrying about the sounds outside. Without worrying about the sounds? That's Sancta. Is she a remnant of the Witch King too? No, that's impossible. She's very kind. Where is she? I need to see her. I need to question her myself. Ugh. Another headache? Did you know, Lessing? He and I. Everything in our lives was given to us by others. Our pain, our joy, our despair. Even so, our hope. Even our hope. I don't know if I actually want that answer. God damn, this is so fucking long. That's what she said, anyway. Have you thought it through? Oh, what is there to think about? The school was burned down by Herkunshorn embers. If I could miss it all I want, but that wouldn't bring it back. I've forgotten how long I've been in Lefania. 500 years? Longer? When I first got here, there was nothing. No nomadic cities, no spires, no nobles. Back then, everyone lived in the forest by the lakes. They lit fires to eat and used rocks to shelter from the wind. To us, a few decades or more than tough. What? To us, a few decades are more than though for a city to rise and fall. A man to go from young to old, or a pair of close companions to have a falling out and go their separate ways. That's right, it's been but an instant since this place went from Dunyan to Zwillingstürme. I wonder what the city will be called next. And when that land with the rotten log and a brain full of nothing but melodies is taken care of, I'll fulfill my promise to you. After that, I think I'll take a stroll around town. And once that's done, we'll leave. Tell the nobles they can have a good night's sleep for once. I've already explained it to them long ago. Explain what? That liches aren't like vampires and don't get involved with military commission business, so they can rest easy. That this place won't be the next Londinium? Oof on that one. Do you believe they simply don't understand Grimmacht? Are you really so whimsically unaware of who stands behind those nobles that want to chase the liches out? You two can deal with the fallout afterwards. The liches have indeed stayed here for far too long. Knowledge should never have taken the side of any nation or race. Do you even know how many Lefanian terms our brats use in their writing these days? It's absolutely outrageous. We should have left when Herkunshorn bought the farm. This is just a belated farewell. The white-haired lich lifts his hand. As though having been granted permission, a large number of slender silhouettes appear beneath the setting sun. Perhaps they've been standing there for the whole time. They were simply masquerading as ordinary students and faculty. However, from this moment onwards, they are no longer concerned with how different they are from other Lefanians. The liches all raise their hands. Countless paper-thin strands of silk extend their bodies into the next dark clouds up above. Then a radiance like starlight comes falling down. Looking up, many of the students see the sunset, the night, and the sunrise all at once. Within that brimming radiance, the dark flames on the earth are extinguished without sound. Not long after, the silk-threaded shadows also disappear into the dreamlike rain. Ever since, no more trace of the liches could be found in the Lefanian spires. God, that was so long! Oh my goodness! And we got a story one next. Fuck me. My poor voice is going to die the next one. I know I'm gonna have to do the fucking story one and then the battle one. Fuck me. I do not look forward to tomorrow. Anyway. That will be a problem for tomorrow, Mikhail. Anyway. Thank you for watching today's episode, comrades. If you did enjoy, do leave a like. And if you have any thoughts about this giant battle that we just fought in the story, do leave a comment, and if you want more Arknights content and other stuff from me, do subscribe. That would be very much appreciated. And as always, I will see you very, very soon, comrades. Have a good one. As always, I will see you very soon. До свидания.